Hello my beautiful noodles, it's me Nikki aka Nikki Noodle, and happy Valentine's Day to you all. I decided I wanted to try to make a fun Valentine's Day themed video for you all today, and so I am going to be attempting to build a heart-shaped house in The Sims. Now I know this is kind of Vixella's thing, she does this for all the holidays and I absolutely love her videos. I'm sure she's already done a heart-shaped house. So I wanted to try to make it at least a little bit different, and I don't think she's done this. Somebody else probably has because it's not that original of an idea, but I'm going to be attempting to create a vertical heart, kind of like a pixelated 8-bit heart, and we're going to try to make it in The Sims. I don't know if it's possible because The Sims does limit you to 4 stories in the game, but we're going to try and we're going to see what we come up with. So let's jump into the game.
So to start off here, we're just going to build our base for this house, try to get the shape correct, and I was trying to make it pretty small, and it does end up being still pretty narrow from the front to the back, but the sides did get a little wider than I was anticipating, just because the shape of the heart was not really how I wanted it when it was smaller. But I think it turned out okay because it is certainly still a very small house, and it was still a little bit of a challenge to fit everything in there that I needed to. This is stocked with everything your sim would need. It's got 2 bedrooms, a kitchen and small dining area, bathroom, and a living room, as well as a little workspace. I will be honest, I have not play tested it, so I don't know if it's functional. I think it should be. There's nothing that I really can think of that would cause an issue, but it's The Sims. You never know how they're going to act, so it very well could have some areas that are not functional. And this is where I start to widen out the pieces of our heart just to make it look a little bit better with the proportions. They just weren't looking quite right to me, so I made it a little bit wider, and I think that helped. And I also utilized some roofing pieces to try to at least give it a little bit of a curve. It is supposed to be like a pixelated heart, so there's not too many curves on it, but I did want the top of the heart to at least be a little bit curved. But this is the basic shape of it. I think it looks like a heart. It's a little bit odd, but I think you get the picture that it's supposed to be a heart. And now I'm starting to color the exterior of it, and I originally wanted to do like one color for the outline and then one for the inside, because I feel like when you have pixelated images there is like a border or some highlight or something, but I just was not liking the way it looked. I think it's because the walls are so tall in The Sims that you have to get that rectangle shape. I think if we could paint just like the top half or bottom half of the walls, that would have helped a lot because it would have been more square and looked more like a border and gotten some more of like the curves with those squares, if that makes sense at all to you. But I just end up doing the whole thing red, and I think it looks a lot better that way. That is one feature I really wish was in The Sims, and it would be amazing if it was in The Sims 5. I think everybody is just eager for more customization in the game, and I would so love to be able to just paint half of a wall. Can you imagine doing like the paneling wallpapers that we have in the game, but you could just choose your own wood for the bottom and then your own wallpaper on top? Or I always want to do a backsplash in kitchens of tile, but I don't want tile to go all the way to the ceiling. I would just absolutely love to see that feature put into the game. But anyway, it's not an option, so we went with the all red, and now I am doing red roofing to match. I also added the red roof trim as well as floor trim between the floors. I don't love the way those lines look, but it was better than the white flooring peeking out at the bottom, so it's fine. And then I actually decided I didn't love the way the edges were looking, and so I was experimenting a little bit with these roof pieces to see if I could create a slant to kind of give it more of a curve. And I don't know that I love this as much as I thought I did when I did it, but I ended up doing this. So this is how it's gonna look. Watching it back now, I think I actually like it without these roof pieces better, but it's too late now. It's already been done, and it doesn't look bad in any means. Obviously, I struggled with getting the roof pieces where they needed to be, but once I do it, I don't think it looks bad. I just wish we could delete the walls underneath the roof, and then it'd be like an actual slant and not a slant on top of a rectangle. But it's fine. It looks okay, I think. I think it does still look like a heart. The roof doesn't match exactly the color of the walls, which I think throws it off a little bit, but that's all right. And now we're getting into the fun part, which is the decorating. So obviously I'm going with a very red theme on the outside. I wanted a door to basically blend in with the walls so you couldn't see it. So I just went with a dark red door there, and then my plan is to have this whole bottom floor be like an entryway, place to put your shoes. I love making entryways. If you've watched any of my builds here or on TikTok, you know I'm all about the entryways. And then on the second floor, I am planning a kitchen and dining. The third floor will be living and bathroom, and then the 2 rooms upstairs are going to be 2 separate bedrooms. And I do try to fit a staircase in on this bottom floor, but then after that, the ladders are my best friends. I'm so glad they added ladders to the game because I don't know that this build would have been possible without them. So I did struggle getting these stairs to fit in this room, but I got there in the end. I always struggle with the stairs and figuring out which way to turn them and all of that good stuff. But we got there. We got stairs, and now I'm just putting lights in so I can see what I'm doing, and we're gonna get into the furnishing and decorating. And since this is a Valentine's heart house, that includes a lot of reds and pinks as well as some whites. But I'm gonna be honest with you all, I was a little bit underwhelmed with the amount of Valentine's decorations that were in here. I thought for sure there was gonna be heart print wallpaper or something, just something more Valentine's-y, because I know with seasons we got a lot of holiday items, and I was thinking specifically of the dress and the suit that we have in Cass that is just like fully heart print. I wanted something like that in this house, and it just simply didn't exist. So the decorating didn't go exactly how I wanted it to. And also, disclaimer, I filmed this on Super Bowl Sunday, and I didn't finish this recording until like probably 6 o'clock, 6:15, like right before the Super Bowl. And to be quite honest, I am not a football girly. I do not care about sports whatsoever. My boyfriend is super into sports, so I get forced to watch things sometimes. But I was super into the Super Bowl because his family does like a whole quiz and like we have bets on it and everything. And I'm competitive and I wanted to win. I did not win because some other people came in last minute and stole the title from me. But that's a whole other thing that we don't need to talk about. The only reason I brought this up to you all is to let you know that towards the end of this build, I was rushing a little bit and the decorating got a little bit lacking towards the end. So I could have done better, but I think it's fine for what this build is. I still think it looks really cute and really fun, but there is some things to be desired once we get up to the bedroom. I'll just put it that way. But you can at least kind of get an idea of the floor plan that I'm going for here. Obviously, where the tile is down there is where I'm going to have the kitchen. I'm planning to put a dining room table in that little stair railing nook there. And then this floor is going to be a bathroom over on the right and living area over to the left. The way that the stairs and everything worked out in this build actually fit so nicely. Like that little one tile area down on the kitchen floor fit the ladder perfectly, and then up here to the right of the ladder is like the perfect amount of space for a bedroom. And then I love the way that these ladders work in the living area. You'll see I would put a tiny office space in between the ladders to kind of break up the room a little bit, and it just works really nicely. And then up here I decided to have one pink bedroom and one red bedroom. I kind of tried to alternate pink and red throughout the house. I think it definitely leans more pink on the interior, but I'm not mad at it at all. I did decide to change this entryway to red just because there was a lot of pink in the other areas of the house, and then I also decided to change the stairs and the railing because I really didn't like that color of pink. This is a more pastel pink house, and I also just thought the stairs were way too dark. So we went with these floating red stairs instead, as well as this other glass banister that I like a lot more, and I think it fits better in the house. Now for the furnishings, we're going to add all of my entryway basics, but we have a much larger space to work with here, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it. But a console table is a must. You gotta have that place, throw your shoes under it, throw your keys on top of it, just a place to set your things down as soon as you get in the door, and then you don't have to go looking for your keys ever, or your purse, or anything, because it's all right there, right beside the door. I also loved this peacock statue. I use this way more than I ever thought I would when I first saw it was added to the game, because I absolutely love it, and I love building maximalist builds, so it's just the perfect thing for me. And of course this is going to be a maximalist house. Are you joking? It's a whole house in the shape of a heart. The whole thing is going to be themed and decked out to the nines. Another entryway staple for me is a couch, or usually just a seating area. It's usually an ottoman or something, but in a room this big, we're gonna have a whole couch. You need somewhere to sit down to put your shoes on, or, just come in the door and immediately flop down. I'm not judging. And then I also like to put a mirror right by the door just to check, make sure you look good before you head out. I'm adding in the trusty coat rack as well, and I'm going to put some shoes under that console table, the umbrella stand, of course, and just some other decorative pieces here and there. Now, if you're watching this, you probably think that I'm a fan of Valentine's Day, and I'm going to shock you all maybe and say that I do not care about Valentine's Day in the slightest. I used to be super anti-Valentine's Day, but now I'm just kind of apathetic towards it. Like, I don't really care. My boyfriend and I don't usually do anything. We've been together for 7.5 years, and we usually just get like pizza and then watch a movie or something, but we don't do anything fancy because we don't do anything fancy really ever throughout the year. Like, we're just not that type of people. And it's like why wouldn't we just go on dates all throughout the year? Like, what makes this day so special? It's just more crowded. I don't want to go out when it's crowded. But anyway, that's my little mini Valentine's rant. I do, though, enjoy it at work, because if you don't know, I work in a daycare, and so I love getting like the kids little Valentine's cards, and we have a little party, and that's really fun. So I do like it in that aspect, but like in a romantic aspect, I do not care at all. But I do want to know what your plans are for Valentine's Day, because I'm nosy and I like knowing things about people's lives. So please let me know in the comments if you have plans for Valentine's Day and what they are. I am super curious and I would love to know. Thank you. Now that I've ranted long enough to miss the whole kitchen, it's just a little galley kitchen. I think it's cute with the red and the pink. I wish we had some better pink cabinets. I have some with CC, but I didn't want to use any CC in this one. So I just went with the red ones. I think it looks cute. And then I am squeezing in these dining chairs. They just barely fit, but I think it looks good. And I think that table is so cute. I've like never seen that table before, but I love it. And it's perfect for this kind of build. And I actually tried to use some themed lighting this time. I always just use those saucer lights and call it a day. Like, I never change the lights because half the lighting is too dark, or it's too bright, or it just doesn't look good. So I just use the trusty saucers and call it a day. But I actually tried to use some pink and red lights this time, so I'm very proud of myself. And I think it looks really cute, and it's not too dark, so I'm happy with that. And I'm just adding some very minimal decorations in here. It's nothing too fancy, but it's stuff that I think would be in a kitchen. The aprons are the cutest thing in this game, I think. I say that about a lot of things, so that's a lie. But I do love those aprons. I think they're adorable, and there's so many cute colors, and the pink is just so cute in this. And then I'm also adding the corkboard from Plumbella's Pastel Pop Kit, absolute favorite kit ever, as well as the little pink pot. I don't even know what that pot is called. And then the bouquet of roses as well. And I think it's really cute. And now we are moving up into the living room / office / bathroom. I used the plush pink carpet up here from the Pastel Pop Kit again. I absolutely love that carpet. I'm so happy to have another carpet variation. I don't understand how we only have like 3 carpet variations in this game. It's absolutely ridiculous, especially since half of them are like crazy patterns that I would never use ever. And then also using the Decor to the Max Kit wallpaper. I thought this was so cute and very Valentine's-y. It's like birds and flowers. And then I ran into a little bit of an issue here with the bathroom because I couldn't put a wall right up against that ladder because it would make the ladder disappear. So we had to do a little bump out, but it's all good. The floor plan still works, and I think they'll still be able to get up that ladder and everything just fine. And I am going to point out the lights again because I'm proud of myself because I made my own light fixtures on this one even. I didn't even just choose different lights. I made my own little fixtures, and I don't even know what those are called, like bundles of lights. I think they're really cute with the 2 little, they look like origami. I always think of them as like origami lights on the right side, and then the bundle of 3 lights in the red, pink, and white on the left. I just think they're so cute. I went with a saucer light in the bathroom, but I'm allowing that because you can't put like a chandelier in the bathroom, so it's fine. But I also just went with a red door because we don't have like any pink doors for some reason. So we had to go with a red door, but I think it ties in well with the wallpaper. And then I'm doing all pink in the bathroom. That toilet, I believe, is from the Snowy Escape pack, and I absolutely love it. It is so sleek and cute, and it's got like the light up bowl. It's just so high tech and so fun. And then this fancy pink shower, I believe, is from Realm of Magic, but I don't remember. And then the cottage living sink. And I'm going to be honest, this is where I started to kind of hurry because I was getting nervous about the time. So I'm getting a little bit careless and a little bit not as planned out in my decorating. But we're throwing in plenty of decorations here. The towels as well as the bathrobe. The hand towel and the bath towel don't really match. One is a gold hardware and one is silver, which drives me crazy, but we're not going to read too much into it. It's The Sims. I was honestly just glad that everything fit into that bathroom because I was a little worried when I realized I had to do that little diagonal wall, but everything turned out fine. And then over here, I'm just adding in some couches and making a nice little living area. I love this little couch from Vampires. What is that called? Like a fainting couch is the fancy word for it, I think. I don't know. I could be making that up. But I love it, and I wish I could have made it fit in here, but it was just a little too long for that space over there. I felt like it was crashing into the couch and like crowding it. So I do end up getting rid of it, unfortunately. But I did manage to fit in a fireplace and then put the TV above the fireplace, of course. Just a standard thing. And little end table. There's not much in the living room, but what do you need other than like a couch and a TV? Like, that's fine, right? And there's a little office space right beside it, so you don't need too much in there. And then I did use the salt lamp again from the Pastel Pop Kit and just a little plant to bring a little bit of life into the room. I haven't used very many plants in this build yet. I probably would have added some beside the fireplace if I wasn't so panicked about the time. But I'm also using this paranormal stuff pack desk, which I think is beautiful. And of course, the pastel pop kit chair. How could I not? It's a heart. That's perfect for Valentine's Day. And I'm also using the bookshelf from the same kit because even though it's flowers, it seems very Valentine's-y to me. It's just very cute. And then moving up into the rafters for our final rooms, I was really wanting to use the pastel pop kit bed as well because it is that heart shape that's perfect for Valentine's. I think they did such a great job adding so many swatches in this with the prints and then basics as well, but I do wish there was just a plain pastel pink one. The pink ones just weren't really matching with this room, but it's okay because the white one matches and the sheets look a little bit pink, so it all worked out. And then this room, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this room might not be functional at all because I don't know how they're getting up there and then getting into the bed. So basically this room is just a bed because there was not room for anything else in there. If I hadn't been panicking so much at this point, I would have added in the Dream Home Decorator hanging closet thing, the little shelves with the rack that you can put clothes on, but I can never find those easily and I wasn't about to take the time to do all that. So we're moving on to the red bedroom, which is just a single bed so we can fit more stuff in there. I went ahead and added a dresser as well as some mirrors and then just minimal artwork in these rooms because again, I was pushing it on time and I was not gonna spend all that time trying to find decorations. So this is basically the house done. I will add screenshots at the end, but this was such a fun build. I really enjoyed making such small rooms, but also doing it to such a theme. It was really fun. Update, because I just got done taking the screenshots and it is a fully functional house. I did play test it. I will have this on the gallery if anyone is interested. My ID is in the description box below, as well as all my socials if you're interested in following. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to join my community of noodles. I love you all so very much and I hope you have a fantastic Valentine's Day and I will see you next time. Bye guys.